Charles. Hey, baby.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good.
I miss you so much.
I can't believe you just walked up in my house like that.
You know, I just got in town, and the word in the street said that you're leaving, so I thought I might come over to you, pack up your things. I love the look of packing boxes. The household in preparation for a journey. You know, it depresses some, but for me, I get a different feeling. It reminds me of Africa.
Yeah, I heard you were in Africa.
Yeah, my grandfather has a village out there, you know. He taught me about my people and where I come from, and my grandma taught me how to cook a little bit. What's wrong?
You know, while you were off frolicking in Africa, you know, I've been here working hard for my family. You know, and just when I thought all the pain was gone, he went and gave away all the money.
Who gave away what money?
The insurance money. My brother gave it away.
What do you mean he gave it away?
He made an investment with a man the devil wouldn't even have trusted.
And the money's gone?
It's gone. What do you care anyway? You left me in the same predicament.
I'm sorry to hear the money's gone. You seem to be so frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, he knew what I was going to use that money for. He knew I was going to use it for medical school. Let me explain. See, when I was young, we used to take our sleds out in the wintertime, okay? And the only hills that we had were these icy-covered stone steps that were down the street. And we used to pack them with snow and make them really, really smooth, and we used to slide down them all day. And they were really dangerous, far too steep. And sure enough, this kid named Rufus, he came down way too fast and busted his face open right in front of us. You know, I just remember looking at Rufus' bloody face and thinking, that's the end of Rufus. But you know, the ambulance came, and they took him to the hospital. And they fixed his broken bones, and they sewed them all up. And the next time I saw Rufus, all he had was a line under his face.
Really?
Yeah, and I never got over that.
What?
That was that one thing that one human being could do for another, you know? Fix them up, sew up all the problems, make them whole again. Gosh, I thought that was the most marvelous thing in the world. I wanted to do that. You know, that was that one concrete thing that one human being could do for another. You know, sew up all the problems, make them all right. That was truly being God.
Yeah, but you want to be God?
No, fool. I wanted to be a doctor.
You never told me you wanted to be a doctor.
Well, that's because I was too busy being a good wife to you while you went to law school. Oh, wait a minute. Let's not forget you cheating on me and having 2 kids with another woman. You know, after you finished being a lawyer, I wanted to go to medical school to be a doctor. Yeah, I used to care about people, their hurt bodies.
You stopped caring?
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Because it just doesn't seem deep enough. I mean, I don't know. It's just a childish way of thinking or idealist.
Children see things very clearly sometimes, and idealists even better. You know, in Africa, we call that the penicillin of independence.
Enough of that Africa talk, Charles. Africa hasn't taught you a thing. You know what? You are still that low-down, dirty dog, and you're still one now.
I deserve it.
You know, and you think you're going to come back from Africa and cure the world with the penicillin of independence?
That's right.
Yeah, the penicillin, and then what? You know, what about all the crooks and the thieves or just the plain idiots who came to steal and plunder just the same as before? Oh yeah, but only now they'll be black. And they'll do it in the name of the new independence. What about them?
That will be a role to bear once we get there.
And then when does it end?
An end?
Yeah.
To what? To life? To living?
No. An end to misery. An end to stupidity. Gosh, there isn't any real progress, Charles. There's only this one large circle that we march in around and around, each of us with our own little mirage in front of our face that we think is the future.
See, that's your mistake.
What?
What you just said about a circle. It's not a circle. It's a line, you know, like in geometry. A line that curves into infinity. And because you can't see how it curves, you also can't see how it changes.
You haven't changed. You know, I don't need to go to Africa to know if you mess with a dog, you might catch fleas.
I heard that one too. As I was saying, you know, idealists, they just see things very clearly. Okay? I just find it really strange that people who see the change, who see the difference, well, they call themselves the idealists. But the people who only see the circle, well, they call themselves the realists.
Whatever. Man, I can't believe I've been nothing but a good woman to you. To your son. You know what? You came in and took my future right out of my hands. No, wait a minute. No, you and my brother, while I was sleeping in there, took my future right from under me. You mean you knew what I was going to use that money for?
Was that your money?
What?
Was that your money?
It belonged to all of us. Why?
Would you have had it off your brother hadn't, your father hadn't died?
No.
Well then, isn't there something wrong in a household? I mean, in a world where all of our dreams, good or bad, depend upon the death of a man? Come on, Helen, are you so grateful to your brother that you're willing to give up on your dreams because of it? I mean, you say what good is independence? What good is anything?
And you can't answer it.
I now live the answer. Look, in my grandfather's village, it is the exceptional man that can read a paper who will ever see the book at all. Much of what I have to say sounds strange to them, but I will continue to teach and to fight, and things will happen slowly and swiftly. At times, things are quiet, and then I wonder if all the hatred and the death is not worth it. But I look about the village, and I see the ignorance, the disease, the illiteracy, and I wonder no longer. I don't know, perhaps I might be a great man that will hold on to the substance of the truth. Just perhaps I might live to be very old, respected, and esteemed. Who knows? I may even hold office. And the things that I find right for my country may be wrong and outdated, or I may do terrible things to keep my power, but the point is that I'm trying to make a difference. I'm trying to make a change. Don't you see?
Charles, I know all that.
Well, then if you know all that, stop your moaning and groaning and tell me what you plan to do.
Do?
Well, I have a bit of a suggestion.
What?
When it's all said and done, pack up your things and you come home with you.
Come home with you.
Look, yes, home.
It's in Africa.
Yes, Nigeria. Look, I will show you our stars and our mountains. I'll give you cool drink from gourds, and in time, we'll pretend that we want to be there for one day. What do you say?
Charles, at a moment like this, you're going to try to be romantic?
Helen, being in Africa and seeing all those beautiful women, I realized what I once had and I want it back. So when I say across the country, I mean Africa. Come on, Africa.
anything anymore. What are you trying to say?
Look, just sit and think. Sit and think. Never be afraid to just sit and think.
Okay.
Okay? Look, Helen, I just want to let you know that I am so sorry the way I treated you when we were married. I mean, going through the divorce and being put in jail, I just knew I had to get away. I promise you that if you give me another chance, I'll make it all back.
Look, I'm just gonna sit here and think, okay?
I guess I'll go. No. Sit and think. Don't be afraid to just sit and think.
Charles, wait. You know, I used to love you. Used to. But I will never forget what you have done to me. After all I did for you. You think that you can say you can come back from Africa and that you've changed? Well, you know what? I stayed right here and I've changed too. You know, I'm a lot stronger now, Charles. You think I want to go to Africa with you? Yeah. Everything may be all right now. But I know the real Charles is going to show up sooner or later. Yeah, your talk is different. But I know that low-down, dirty dog is in you. You know what, Charles? Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. Because I was all right when you left me with nothing after the divorce, and I'm going to be all right now. There's nothing more for you to say, Charles.
Helen, I'm sorry.
Charles, get out.
Helen, please, just give me
Out, Charles.
Helen, please.
Get out of my house.
Helen, listen.
You know what? You be a gentleman and get out of my house. What about all those times that you lied to me?
Please,
what about all those times you said no one would want me, huh? What about that? What about all that shit you done to me?
Please, what about the cars and the shoes and the clothes and the
What about that time you hit me in my face, Charles?
Go.
What about all the times that I said no more, please?
Come on, honey.
What about that?
I'm sorry, Helen, I'm sorry.
Get out!
Helen, please.
Yeah.
Out!
Helen, please.
Out of my house, Charles.
Please, Helen.
Out! Get out!
Very good.